Welcome back to Paintful. Right now we explore a crucial topic that affects us all: Photoshop and unrealistic beauty standards. In our visually driven world, Photoshop has become a powerful tool in creating seemingly flawless images. But what does this mean for our perception of beauty? Are we chasing an unattainable standard that skews reality? In this video, we'll explore how Photoshop alters our view of beauty, the impact of edited images on self-esteem and societal expectations, real-life examples, and the hidden truths behind retouched photos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into how digital manipulation shapes our world. These are my suppositions. I don't guarantee that this is photoshopped or not. It's only intended to bring you back to reality. I will show some examples and justify my points. I acknowledge that it's a sensitive topic, and I mean no offense to the individuals in the photos. They are beautiful regardless. However, there are certain ways to spot Photoshop usage by examining specific aspects of the pictures. Amongst them, incoherencies in shapes, skin, features, shadows, reflections, and borders, blurry or irregular edges, unlikely symmetry, inconsistent fine details, and the context. For example, the scene seems too perfect, are details to be acknowledged too. There are not many photos without Photoshop. On many social media platforms, filters and edits are commonly used. Photoshop, as well as other software like Photopea or Krita, and various phone apps, can be used to adjust images before posting. Celebrities often have little to no credibility if their photos don't appear perfect. Anything less might seem unprofessional unless it's a deliberate choice to attract a certain type of fan. However, on social media, the chances of encountering unaltered images are slim, especially given the prevalence of awful people who use these platforms. I cannot guarantee that an image is without Photoshop, but it appears less edited than many photos of Adriana Lima. I tried to classify the photos from least to most Photoshop. This picture appears to be taken with a very high-quality camera, perhaps better than the previous one. She comes across as extensively made up, although she looks human and not excessively Photoshopped. You can distinguish her features and their imperfections. The makeup is light, and most of the colors in the photo are not altered. Nevertheless, the face appears to be retouched. Some of its features are unrecognizable. There are shadows and highlights that shouldn't be there. It's evident that her face is too bright for the room she is in. In this photo, her eyeliner is heavy, and she likely has eyeshadow on. Despite the daylight, it is probable that there has been some Photoshop editing. The color of her skin, hair, and eyes appears to be altered. The photo seems a bit rigid and overly unrealistic. Her makeup is noticeable, and the photo was taken with a very high-quality camera, but the shadows, highlights, and color tones have likely been edited with Photoshop. Her facial features and skin appear too even. The photo might be intended to enhance vibrant colors to make Adriana Lima look more captivating. She has minimal makeup and looks natural. However, the lighting on her face and the small details are imperfect. She has very light and natural makeup. However, the colors in the photo and her proportions seem unrealistic. Her eyes look fixed, and the image appears too smooth and altered. The use of Photoshop appears blatant. Her nose is too bright for its position in the photo, her features seem too harmonious, and the shapes of her face, including her eyes and lips, have changed. At that time, Photoshop did not exist. The photo accurately captures his expressions, and the colors appear realistic. Details of his skin, such as sweat or moles, are visible. The skin appears close to its natural color, although there is quite a bit of light on his face, which could be reflections. Even though Photoshop did not exist at that time, it might still be a retouched photo. The image doesn't really look black and white, and the shadows and highlights are quite pronounced. The colors seem somewhat unrealistic. It might also be an edited photo. The shadows, highlights, colors, and shapes don't seem real to me. Diego Maradona looks stiff, and his expressions aren't very clear, but that could be due to the framing. The eyes and some essential features are distinguishable. However, the color of the teeth, the shine of his hair, the color of the clothes, and the slightly blurry and superfluous details make me think that the photo may have been edited with Photoshop. From the colors to the shadows and highlights, the photo seems rather Photoshop. His features are not very distinguishable, and the photo looks too sharp. It doesn't appear realistic. His expressions and the color of his skin, hair, eyes, and background seem to be altered. It's a simple photo. The sun is shining on Lee No's face. He is not wearing makeup, and his expressions and posture appear realistic. Class photos usually use a few filters and adjustments, but it is often quite subtle. Non-individual class photos are even more edited. Here, we can notice the use of some effects and retouching. Such a level of lighting isn't natural. Lee No is made up in a natural way. The photo still looks very human. There are only color and shape adjustments, but I don't think it's obvious, or if it is, it's excellent work. However, even perfect work can seem robotic. This photo primarily uses natural light, and the neutral colors enhance the image. His expressions and features are recognizable and blend seamlessly into the photo. Lee No has a lot of makeup and likely some adjustments, filters, and corrections. The skin looks too perfect, and the features appear artificial. The pose is superb, but he still seems somewhat robotic. The colors are altered, and there are lights and shadows where they shouldn't be. There is almost nothing natural about this photo. There's no need to look closer, it's visible. He is made up. But the photo has likely been retouched to convey a certain meaning, perhaps an angelic, model-like, mysterious, elegant, soft, or innocent quality. The pose supports this intention. Photoshop is very apparent. If used, there is a lot of light, and shadows are minimal. His eyes and hair appear darker than they would in a natural photo. The colors don't look human, and the overall retouching doesn't either. Look at his face, it appears too symmetrical and altered. The shape of his face is not as oval, and his forehead is less prominent. How can the face be so brightly lit and minimally shaded? Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the impact of Photoshop on beauty standards? Don't forget to subscribe for more content on digital trends and their real-world effects. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content.